My brother's suicide affected me a lot. To go through one of the highest points in my life as in my career, to then have the highest level of pain in my personal life was a lot to process. I don't know quite what I would have done if I didn't have a support system, or if it wasn't for the arts, because it was through the arts that I was able to articulate how I was feeling. Also, the biggest lesson I think I learned was the importance of forgiveness. And because sometimes if someone's not there anymore, you don't get to go back and say, I'm sorry, or I love you. So what I really learned is that you have to tell the people that you love, even if you're in a frustrating place with them, that you love them. And because you don't know if you'll get tomorrow. So I walk away just with that sense of urgency to if I'm having a hard time with someone, to be able to have conversations with them, because I don't know if I'll get tomorrow. The arts helped me through the healing process of my brother, because I'm a very internal individual. I had to get all of that out of me in some way. I think it's important to be able to release it. So it was at Unity Gospel House of Prayer, where I go to church. It was through praise dance. I flag at church. And so it was through praise dance and through movement that I was able to I was so heavy. Because to feel as if your heart is on the outside of your body and have wind brush it, that's so sensitive and it hurts. So I had to move through the hurt, but it was a release for me. It was pulling out my journal and being able to write how I felt. I am mad, I am sad, to be able to articulate to tell the story of how I felt, and to be honest, to be like, I hurt. To be able to say that, it's hard to say, to be human. What Milwaukee could do to help youth who suffer with mental illness is create safe spaces where they can talk about it. Because when we talk about cancer or diabetes, it's like we acknowledge that, as a physician, you have to take medicine for it, and you have to watch what you eat. But for me, I believe there's a stigma when it comes to mental illness. They were like, get yourself together, or people really don't feel comfortable talking because there's not safe spaces for them to share how they're feeling and what's going on inside of them. They feel that they would be people would judge them for having a mental illness, but it's much like having diabetes or cancer. It's something that they can't help. With a family that's affected by suicide, I would tell them to take it. The grieving process takes time. It's been since October since my brother committed suicide, and it's a process. You have to find a new way. Your life is new. You have a new way of dealing with life. So really taking your time, making sure that you have a strong support system. And sometimes we want it. Sometimes it won't be. Some days won't be okay, but you can get through with support. And if it's really hard, talk to somebody. It's okay to acknowledge that you can't do it by yourself. Again, I wouldn't have been able to go through what I've been through without the support of my family, my friends, and my church. I couldn't have done it by myself.